you can take us to the word of prayer. Lydia, unmute and you lead us in a word of prayer.
You're appearing for somebody.
Okay. Can we have a volunteer to lead us in a word of yes? Charles, unmute. Okay.
Humble ourselves and have a word of prayer. Most gracious, ever-living God, we want to thank you for opportunity that you have given us to have this an online seminar. We ask you, Lord, to bless every other person who is going to participate in this seminar. And we ask you to give us an insight to be able to understand whatever we're going to participate in this seminar. We pray for good health, and we pray that this may come to its completion through Jesus Christ, our Lord. I've prayed.
Amen. Thank you so much, Charles. Charles, from which school are you coming from?
I am from Christ the King Kindergarten and Primary School, Arua.
Okay.
I talk of now, but I have some time to attend a little bit. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Charles. In case we have some teachers that have joined in, I kindly request you to raise up your hand and then you take on the role. Okay. So today in our seminar, earlier on, we shared the questions that we shall be discussing today. And let me hope everyone was able to receive those questions. So when you look at my screen, these are the questions that we are supposed to be discussing today in this seminar. So when you look at them, this is what I expect everyone to have on your screen. So when I look at the seminar, this seminar, we sat down as teachers and we came up with different questions. And now we want to discuss a number by number. So when you look at the numbers, we are going to go through all the numbers, but I may first ask the approach that we are going to use, that we wanted to do all the numbers that we have here before that day ends. That is our wish, that we do all these numbers, and then we see how we shall be able to score the distinctions come November during our final exams. So these are the numbers that we have, and let me hope everyone was able to get the questions. I want to ask whether we have someone who was prepared to take us through a presentation. Anyone who was able to do a number, I do kindly request you to raise up your hand.
Sorry.
We have asking whether we have any. Okay.
I'm going to mute. Seminar, so
okay, I'm going to mute all of you. I was asking whether we have anyone who has prepared something and you want to take us through a presentation. You kindly raise up your hand and you let us know. But in case we do not have any, then what we are going to do, we are going to push on. Do we have anyone? By show of hand, let me first stop sharing. Do we have someone who has prepared to present something before we continue? Anyone who has prepared the number, you want to take us through or you want to discuss it? Okay. Okay, probably some of us did not get the questions. Some of us did not get the questions, which is very bad. But say we are going to move on. So we are going to discuss as a class, and then we'll come up with different solutions. I'm going to display the questions, and then we shall be raising up our hands to give out the answers. So we shall start with number one. Okay, now can I ask a volunteer to read for us number one? Look at the screen, raise up your hand, and you take us through number one. A volunteer. Okay, yes, agree. Asteza, agree. Hope you can unmute.
Cycle out all the even prime numbers.
Okay. Yes,
3,
thank you.
7.
Can you? Let me
Cycle
ask.
of
Okay. Yes. When you look at it, Abra, do you want to try it? Do you want to tell us the answer?
yes.
Okay, Abra, just give me a minute. I want to open. Just give me a minute. Just a minute. Okay, I want to open this document with another. Okay. Okay, let me open it using this. Okay, just a minute, don't worry. Okay, yes, agree. Can you identify for us those numbers?
2,
We
3,
have two, okay,
3,
3,
7,
7,
11,
11,
13,
13,
19,
19,
43.
and 43. Okay, very good. Can you tell us what prime numbers are such that people can be able to understand?
Prime numbers are numbers that only have 2 factors.
Very good. Prime numbers, those are the numbers that have only 2 factors, 1 and itself. So when you look at what Agra has told us, she has really mentioned to us that when you look at these 2, Agra, which other number did you mention?
3,
When you look at 3, the factors of 2 is, can you give us the factors of 2?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Then factors of 3?
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Then factors of 7?
1 and 7.
1 and 7. Factors of 11?
1 and 11.
What about 13?
1 and 13.
19?
1 and 19.
Then 43?
1 and 43.
1 and 43. So those are the prime numbers. They have only 2 factors, 1 and itself. So when you look at 14, 14 has more than 2 factors. It has 1, it has 2, it has 7. So those are already 3 factors. Very good. Thank you so much, Agree. Let us move on to part B. And we have a volunteer to take us through part B. Yes, okay. Can we have another person apart from Agree? Any other person who wants to take us through part 3? Raise up your hand. Raise up your hand. Any person who wants to take us through number 3? Part B. This is the part we want to handle. Anyone? Agree, you want to try again? Can we have someone to take us through that pattern? When you look at the pattern, kindly raise up your hand. Raise up your hand and then you take us through. Anyone? Anyone? So when you look at the numbers we have, what are you noticing? Look at the first number, look at the second and the third. There is something that now you need to be noticing. There is something common, 1, 4, 9, 16. When you look at them, which pattern comes into your head? Can someone give us? Yes?
Numbers.
Yes?
Numbers.
What?
The square numbers.
They are
The square numbers.
They are square numbers. Very
Numbers.
good. They are square numbers. Okay, very good. They are square numbers. Okay, good. What is the first number? What is the first square number? Who can tell us?
Me.
Yes, tell us.
It is 1.
It is 1.
1.
Then 1, very good. The second one is?
It's 4.
The second one is 4, very good. The next one is?
9. 9.
9, very good. The next one is?
16. 16.
16, very good. Is everyone getting the pattern? Hope everyone is getting
Yes.
it. Okay, very good. Can we continue? So let me write here as people are telling us. So we have said when you look at our numbers, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you have noticed that the pattern they have given us, we have 1, 4, 9, 16. So they want us to get the rest. But what they are doing, they are squaring these numbers we have here. So the first square, when you square 1, you get 1. When you get 2 squared, you get 4. When you get 3 squared, you get 9. When you get 4 squared, you get 16. So what would be our next numbers in the pattern?
25.
We shall have 25, very good. The next one will be? Yes, Ethan?
36.
36, very good. The next one would be?
49.
49, very good. Yes, Ethan, do you have a question? Ethan, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, thank you. So that is the pattern that you had it for. So your next number here was 25. We have 36 and so on. Okay, thank you so much. Can we look at the next one? Can we look at the next one? When you look at the next pattern, what comes into your mind? Which pattern do you think that is? Yes? What? Okay, yes, Ethan, which pattern do you think that is?
Cube numbers.
It is?
These are square numbers.
Numbers.
They are?
Square numbers.
Square?
Numbers.
Square.
Numbers.
Part 2? We are looking at part 2. Look at part 3. This part, where we have 216, 125, 64, 27. Which pattern is that? Can we try? Can we try?
Cube numbers.
There? Someone should try. Someone should try. Which pattern is that when you look at them very well?
Cube numbers.
They are cube numbers. Very good. Thank you. Can you tell us? Let me go back and write. When you look at our numbers still, let me say we start from 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, let me write well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our numbers they have given us in order. The first one was 216, followed by 125, followed by 64. So what are you noticing? Who can tell us when you cube six cubed, what do you get? Which answer do we get when you multiply 6 times 6 times 6?
64.
We get 216, not so? When you multiply 6 times 6, hope everyone that is what you are getting. Yes? Because 6 times 6, you will get 36 times 6, which will give us 216. When you look at 5 cubed, 5 cubed is 125. When you look at 4 cubed is 64. So what could be our next number here after 64? What is our next number? Yes, Lincoln, Alex.
Our next number will be 9.
Will be 9. Not 3. Lincoln, which number have you chosen? Which number are you choosing?
3.
3, So what is 3 cubed? So Lincoln, we shall have 3 times 3 times 3. Lincoln, can you first work out what is 3 times 3? First work out this. What is 3 times 3? Lincoln, we are still with you. What is 3 times 3? Yes, Ethan?
9.
9 times 3. So what could be 9 times 3?
27.
27. So meaning our next number here would be 27. Very good. So can we keep the next number? Can we keep the next number? And you tell me what we get. When you cube the next number, what do we get? We shall have 2 cubed. What will you get when we have? Yes, I'm seeing hands up. Yes, Lydia. Lydia, unmute. Yes, Lydia. Yes, Lydia. Lydia, what do we get?
8.
8. Thank you so much. We get 8. So here our next number will be 8. Very good. Who can give us our last number? What would be our last number? Yes, Alex. Alex, give us our last number.
1.
1. Thank you. Thank you. So this is a decreasing pattern. This is a decreasing pattern that we have to know. So always look out for that pattern. Always look out for something that is really working out. Before I want to first, okay, let me go back to the questions. Okay. I want to know whether we have some teachers who have joined. Just a minute. Do we have some teachers who have joined? I want a teacher who is going to help. Any teacher that has joined as MST joined? Any teacher that has joined the call? My battery. Do you have any teacher that has joined? My battery is really going very down. And anytime I'm going to be dropping off. So I want a teacher who is going to take on.
Yes.
Yes.
MST Junior School. MST Junior School.
Okay. Thank you so much, teacher. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Teacher Innocent, my battery is really very low and we don't have power. So I'll ask you in case I drop off, you continue with the discussion. Okay. Okay, so we have been on that number. Then we are going on to the next number. Okay, now we are going on to number 2. When we look at number 2, we are going on to number 2. Okay, I'm going to mute everyone now. Those who are talking, allow. Oh, your battery is low. My battery is going low. So teacher Innocent, get ready to take on. So when you look at number 2, can we have a student to take us through number 2? Fill in the missing digits to make the addition correct. So feel free to raise up your hand and you tell us that which digits are we going to fill in that position such that we make it valid. So we are looking out for which number are we going to put in this position, which number are we going to put in this position, and which number are we going to put in this position such that our thing is valid. Let me write it again here. So when you look, we have 2, we have 6, we have 2, we have 6 plus, we shall have here 5, then we have 4 and is equal to, here we have 1 and we have 7. So which digits are missing? That is what we are looking for. Yes, Ethan, which digit are we supposed to put here? Which digit is supposed to be here and which? Yes, Ethan?
The first digit missing is 3.
Ethan, you are seeing 3. Very good. Ethan, can you share with us how you have come up with that 3?
Because if we add 3 plus 4, we get 7.
If at all we add 3 plus this 4, we get the 7. And when you look at the 7, here we have the 7. Thank you so much, Ethan. That is very correct. Can we have someone to tell us which digit is supposed to be here and here? Let me call this digit Y, and here I call it Z. So who can tell us which digit is Y and which digit is Z? Yeah, again, Ethan. Okay, yes, Ethan.
Y is 5, because if we add 6 plus 5, we get 11. So put that one there.
He's saying 5. Okay, Ethan, give us the last one.
8.
This one, Ethan is saying is 8. Okay, we can arrange it and we see whether what Ethan is telling us is verified. So I'll have 5, 5, and 4. So when we add Ethan 3 plus 4, what do we get?
7.
6 plus 5, what do we get?
11.
Then 2 plus 1 plus 5?
8.
8. So meaning that Ethan is correct. Ethan, could you share with us how you have been able to come up with those numbers briefly? Because 8 was, this number was hidden from us. 3 was also hidden from us, and also 5. Can you share with us how you have been able to come up with those 3 numbers? Okay. Those who wanted, the other way you could do it, you could first arrange them the way I have arranged them in vertical way. After arranging them in the vertical way, you could be able to recognize which numbers am I supposed to put in that position. So that is another way. Or you could use the place value. Also, that one could work for you very well. Okay, teacher, let me first ask teacher Innocent. Teacher Innocent. Teacher Innocent, are you on the call? Okay. 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 Can we go on to the next number 4?
Mute. Okay. Smart 5.
Hello. Members, we can be discussing how to work out that question. Mr. Steven, I think, has gone off. Hello. Members, I think we can be looking at the next question as we wait for Teacher Steven. As he had earlier on informed us that his battery was low, so I believe his computer must have switched off due to battery related power issues. So members, if you are planning to speak, it's better you raise your hand up such that we can be a little bit organized. So let's not talk just randomly. If you have a suggestion, if you are willing to take us through the next question, just raise your hand up and then we shall pick you and then we should be in position to proceed in an organized way. Meanwhile, I'm also setting up my computer right here.
Teacher George.
That I'm able to display a question.
Teacher George. Teacher George.
Yes, please.
Thank you for taking over. Mr. Kazewa got technical issues.
Yeah, he had earlier on informed us about it, that anytime his battery would run down, and
okay.
he had where he is right now.
Please go on and do your best. Okay, please continue. I can see Cornerstone. Cornerstone, you are the host. You can give Teacher George host rights. Okay. I'm also not available, but I'll check on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so members, we can go ahead and select the question. Like the next question that Mr. Steven was ushering us into. We can raise the hand up and then we go ahead and see how to work it out. You can volunteer and explain it to the rest of the members. I'm just setting up my computer. I'm connecting up my computer such that I can be in position to display the questionnaire. Just one thing I will request. If you know you are not going to speak, I will request that you keep your mic muted such that we do not get echo or noise in the background, which will distract the rest of the class or the rest of the members on the phone. Just a minute, I'm trying to set up my computer. Members, maybe meanwhile I set up my computer, you can just post in the chat the name of the school, maybe your name and the name of the school where you are coming from. If you are a learner, you can post your name and the name of the school where you are coming from.
Kinta basi. Miro nchi da rukwe. Akare simiru. Akare simiru. Ndo mulia. Nasa. Ya. Chakra. Yes, Mara. Lalu jile itu dia. Ya. Aku dah munga. Munga.
Okay. Yes, good morning, everyone. I want to apologize, like I've told you. Teacher George.
Yes, please.
Yes, Teacher George, I don't know that you can take on the discussion. We don't have power. We had started on the discussion, but we don't have power. So I am off completely. I don't know that you can take on the discussion.
Yeah, I can take it over, only that I'm still trying to set up with my computer. I had joined the call using a mobile device.
Okay.
Yeah, so meanwhile, I had requested members to post their names and the names of the schools where they come from, or using the as I do my setup this time.
Okay. Let me request Teacher George, let us request Cornerstone parent to give you the host right. Cornerstone parent, unmute and give Teacher George the host rights. Cornerstone parent, click on Teacher George and make him a host. Cornerstone, please do that. The person named Cornerstone.
I'm going to talk about. Yeah, you're gambling. I want to give answer. Okay. Okay, you say that.
Leon, miti ya. Raise hand.
Connected. Attack number one. It's a good life. Yang ini tak boleh punya lagu isang. Akan cancel dah lagu.
Operation.
Di school bukan. Boleh bisa dia. Dia no kan dalam tu. Dia ni ya mungkin मैं बात कर कोई सकते हैं This is Cornerstone parents. You're supposed to put the mic on. Off in front. Personal name is not there.
Teacher George.
Yes, please, members. We should be Yeah, I can see on the chat, we have an Antume Veronica, all the way from Elite Junior School. I can also see Amazi Ebo from Christ the King Primary School. You're welcome to the call. Kihembo Primas from Elite Junior School. Yeah, keep on posting your names and the name of your school such that we can easily recognize your appearance here.
Can everyone at least switch off the mics?
You don't want to bring this.
Hello, guys. We are not getting anything. What is the problem?
I'm running out of data. What's the problem?
Hello. This thing is not. No, you told us the meeting, but now we please.
Dominic Anthony.
What are you saying? Amazi Owen Ebo.
Dominic Anthony.
You can cover. You know you're back to class.
Dominic. Dominic.
Hey.
This for not talking anything.
Now what do we do? Attention. Pay attention.
We came
What do
them.
we do? We came them. I can't give you.
Time is going, man.
My data's going a lot.
You guys, can you keep quiet?
Yes. Can help us.
Okay, members, can you hear me?
I can hear you. So are we going to skip wasting time like this? Don't worry, he will be available. Someone is chatting. We are still saying he will be available.
Okay, members.
Yes. Volume. You're unmuted, you talk. Maybe I can just waste time like this. Tell them we're running out of data. Keep on writing these things that will come and ask for them. Barca aqui de vale. What's it?
Teacher George, can hear me.
Hello?
Teacher George, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I've just come, but then I'm failing to know whether we've started or maybe we are yet to start. I tried to get to the right such that I would share my screen, but I've failed.
Okay, let me make you a co-host.
Probably.
Yeah, you are now a co-host. We had begun earlier on with Mr. Steven.
Which account? I will have to put up my hand such that you know which account to give the co-host rights. Yeah, students, the pupils who are coming in, I will have to put up my hand so that you see the right account.
Yeah, I have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are now a co-host. So basically what happened is we had begun the discussion. We had actually looked at let me just share the screen.
Meanwhile, the students who are here, you're most welcome. Kindly continue writing in the chat where you're coming from. I'll start by writing mine as the teacher is trying to get where we had started from, where we had stopped. Me, I'm coming from Bale Secondary School. I'm a teacher in the secondary school. I love working with primary schools. Yeah, we would love to read where you're coming from. I see Dominic Anton from Christ the King Primary School. Dominic Anton, you're most welcome. Then Lydia is telling us that still Christ the King. In Christ the King are many here. Yeah, teacher, I'm waiting to see where we had ended such that we'll see what we can do here quickly. Jacqueline from Christ the King Primary School. Yes, that is very good, Jacqueline. And we are about 27 people here who would love to know where you're coming from, and we want to benefit from this, but we need to really to know where you're coming from. You could be here, but there is a person you study with from the same school, but if you don't introduce, then the person may not know that you also attended this seminar. So it's very important for us to know. Yeah, so teacher.
Mr. Erisa.
Yes.
By the time power went off, because initially what happened is Mr. Steven Kaziba had begun moderating the discussion, and we had a certain child had handled this number one.
Yes.
Another one had handled this number one B part. So we had already completed getting the next two numbers in these sequences. And then, so we handled this and this also. And then we had just completed also getting the missing digits in this number 2. And then that is where his power went off. And then he requested that in case there is any other teacher, he could volunteer and take on with the discussion. So we are supposed to be proceeding with number 3. And then any other remaining question.
That is very good.
That is where we are reached so far.
Okay, that is very good. I was contacted. It had skipped off my mind with the schedule I had, but I was contacted that the seminar was going on, so I had to run here quickly. So it means we have to look at number 3. The students who are here, you're most welcome once again. I'd already said, and like the teacher had showed us, we've finished 1 and 2. I will assume you're writing this down because it is very, very important. Then we will be going. Are we going to follow this order, Teacher George, or the students have particular numbers they want to try out?
I think we can leave it open. We can first have members or the students who have some particular numbers that they had booked or that they feel they can share with the rest of the members who are on the call. They can maybe put up their hands, and then we get to understand which particular questions they feel they want to share with the rest of the members. So, or somebody can go ahead and just post on the chat. Then we know which particular questions are already booked up or taken up by members who are on the call.
Okay, that is very good. So we have Jacqueline's hand is already up. Maybe she wants to take us through one question. Jacqueline, can you go on?
Question number 27.
Number what?
27.
Yes, Teacher George, you can take us to number 27.
Alexa.
Yes, Jacqueline 27 is on the screen. Kindly take us through that. And as we wait for the next person to take us through the next question, you start by telling us your name and the school where you're coming from. And it is also very important for us to know where you're calling from, especially the district is very important. Jacqueline, over to you for number 27.
My name is Jeleva Jacqueline. I'm from Christ the King Primary School, Arua.
Okay. Yes, you're most welcome, Jacqueline. Can you go on?
XLIX. If you expand them, it will be XL plus IX.
Can you write directly? Maybe we may need to. Teacher John, I wanted maybe if we can share for her the whiteboard such that she can write. Jacqueline, are you familiar at writing the screen on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You can.
I think I can.
Okay, that is good if you can write for her. I wanted to open such that she writes herself. Jacqueline, you can go on as the teacher helps you to write.
XL IXL plus XL XL
Jacqueline, hold on as the teacher tries to get what you're saying on the screen.
Meanwhile, here to Veronica, can you close your microphone before we send you out of the meeting? Veronica, your microphone is open and you're in a place where there is loud music. So kindly close your microphone at all times. Yes, Jacqueline, you can go on. The teachers now got where to write.
XL plus IX is equals to XL is standing for 40. XL is standing for 40. While IX is standing for 9. Which is equals to 49. Which is equals to 49.
Lydia, your microphone is open and we are hearing feedback from your microphone.
That is now the answer. Years old. Stephen is 49 years old.
You might need to hold on before you get to the next question. Yes, Jacqueline, thank you. We've seen what you've tried to prepare for us. And before you go to the next one, I see 2 hands are up. Maybe people want to get clarification. Can we hear from Honorable Amazi Ebo?
Like this.
Ebo, kindly talk to us. Open your microphone. Maybe Ebo wants to know something from what you have tried to talk. So give her a chance to say something before you proceed. Ebo, your hand is now down. Moonlight, your hand is up. May you go on. Just open that microphone. Ask Jacqueline where you want clarification and we'll proceed. Moonlight, do you want to present or you had an inquiry? You wanted to know something? You people, we need to open the microphones, and how to open the microphone, you go on where they have put mute and you click there such that it can open your microphone and you speak to us. Yes, Moonlight, you're now clear. No, you closed again. Moonlight, go on. Yeah, Moonlight, we can't hear. I really don't know where the problem is, but we can't hear what you're saying. Maybe we shall give you a chance. And what I've noticed is that, Moonlight, you're using a video. When you're using a video, it's a bit hard for you to speak at the same time. So maybe close the video for now, then you speak, then you can turn on the video later on. Try to talk now.
I want to do number 5.
You want to do that?
Number 5.
Okay, you're going to do number 5. You have booked it, so it is very okay. Just leave your hand up. After Jacqueline has finished, you'll go to number 5 and do it. Jacqueline, are you still with us?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have another hand from a person using a computer called admin. Your hand is up. Can you go on? there is this hand, this person putting up the hand. Yes. Can you start by telling us your name such that we help you to rename? What is your name? What is your name? You have opened your microphone, but you can't speak to us. You're using a computer called admin. Okay, we can't call you by name. I wanted to help you to rename from here, but you didn't speak up. Can you go on? Your microphone is open. Okay, so we can't get to you. So then we have another hand from Mawa Everett.
Just leave. It's because of that. Yes.
Yeah, can you help him to rename? We can't call him by name because he's using a computer called admin, and his hand is up. If it is a mistake, kindly lower it. Okay, Everest, you can go on.
Everest, I want to do question number 8.
Number 8, you have booked number 8. It is okay, Everest. Number 8, we shall give you. I wanted someone to talk about what Jacqueline has done on the screen here. If there is no question, then we just proceed. Teacher George, I think we can proceed. Jacqueline should continue. Jacqueline, you were doing number what again?
I was doing number 27.
You finished 27 and it is very okay, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think it is very important to, after doing now, like you've got 47 as the answer, to link it to the question. 27 was saying Stephen is this year's old. What is the age? So it is good to say, therefore, Stephen's age is 49. I think that is very important when you're making that conclusion. Did you get that? Yes. So which other number did you want to try out before we can give the chance away?
No number yet.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And
where are the numbers?
The numbers are going to be displayed.
They are not shown on my screen.
Yeah, they are going to be displayed. So just give it some time. And I'm also going to share the same numbers in the chat such that you can tap on that link and proceed and look for where the question is. So Teacher George, maybe kindly give us those questions again for people to select where they want to do. Meanwhile, we have Moonlight preparing for number 5. So kindly prepare to talk to us. Moonlight, number 5, you tell us your name, the school, and where you're calling from. Because we know all of you are now in holidays. So you could be in Bali, you could be in Kampala, you could be in Arua, or anywhere. So it's very important to tell us, I'm from this school and I'm currently at home in this district. It is very important. Take us to number 5 and Moonlight should go on. Yes, Moonlight, number 5 is there. Do we still have Moonlight here? I think Moonlight is not now with us. Can we go to Everest? Everest, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, can we proceed to number 8 because of time?
The question is, find the size of the unknown angles in the figure below.
You did not introduce yourself, Everest. You did not introduce yourself.
My name is Sunday Alvin Mike, calling from Christ the King.
The name is what?
Sunday Alvin Mike.
Let me rename it here. Sunday.
Alvin, Mike.
Alvin.
Yes.
Okay, that is very important. Proceed. The school was?
The school is Christ the King.
Okay, proceed, Alvin.
Christ the King.
Yes, Alvin is going to take us through number 8. For those who are writing, kindly write Alvin's question down, and the teacher is going to help him to annotate what he's talking about. Alvin, go on.
The question is, find the size of the unknown angles in the figure below. The unknown angles are angle A, angle B, and angle E, angle G, and angle H. Let us start by finding the size of angle A. Angle A is corresponding to 120 degrees. Therefore, angle A is equal to 120 degrees. The reason being they are corresponding angles.
Beg your pardon?
Angle A equals to 120 degrees. 120 degrees. Then angle B, you add 120 degrees plus B must give 180 degrees. Reason being the angles on a straight line.
Alvin, you hold on a little as we try to have that on the screen. I liked it when you said angle A is equal to 120 degrees, and you were giving the reason as
corresponding.
Yes, they are corresponding angles. Yes, that is very important. And when you put that reason, everyone who is reading what you're saying will now know that you know a lot of mathematics when it comes to angles. It is very important to put that reason. Yes, they are corresponding, and I encourage you, for you who want to try this out, you can draw 2 parallel lines and you get a protractor to find out those angles. You can always measure them direct using the protractor, and you can always confirm that every time the angles are corresponding, they are always the same. Yes, that was for part A, and I think part A is correct, Teacher George. Then we need to go, which other angle were you finding, Alvin? Apart from A is gone.
Angle G.
Angle G, yes.
Angle G and angle 120 degrees, they are vertical opposite. So angle G equals to 120 degrees.
Yes, someone should prepare to ask Alvin a question. Eh? Let's not just keep quiet. If you're not understanding something from what Alvin is talking about, kindly open the microphone and ask him. He's always here to talk to us. He cannot refuse to talk to us. If you don't agree that G and 120 are vertically opposite angles, let us know. And if you agree, then you can always put it down. Yes, so Alvin, you can proceed. Does that mean G is equal to 120?
Yes.
Okay.
I have no question.
Yes, the next one is?
Angle B.
Angle B, yes, angle B.
Angle A was 120 degrees. Angle B, they are supplementary.
No, he's talking of angle B, yes.
Angle B, angle A was 120 degrees. The reason was they are corresponding angles. Then angle B and angle A are supplementary angles. So 120 degrees plus B, angle B and angle A are corresponding angles. Not corresponding, but Angles on a straight line.
Angle B and angle A are on a straight line. Yes, I think that is correct. They're on the straight line. So when angles are on the straight line, that property is called what? I mean, how do we then compare them?
Supplementary angles.
They're supplementary angles and they add up to
180 degrees.
Yes, so it means when we add A plus B,
you get 120 degrees. Not 20, but 180 degrees.
180 degrees, which is the total angle on a straight line. Yes. Now the problem is how to get the angle of B. Not 120, it's 180. Yes. Can you proceed from there, Alvin?
Angle A was 120 degrees. It will now be 120 degrees plus B equals to 180 degrees. 120 degrees minus 120 degrees plus B equals to 180 degrees minus 120 degrees. Angle B is equals to 60 degrees. B is equals to 60 degrees.
Yeah, I think that one is very right, Alvin. And like you can see, Teacher George is trying to align the solution so well such that the equal sign is in the same line with the first step to the last one. Don't take that for granted when you're solving equations. It is very important. And maybe, do we have any person who wants to find out why B is 60? You can open your microphone and ask Sandy Alvin before he proceeds. Just open your microphone and say, I have not got this, such that Alvin can talk more about it and you can understand it better. Do we have any? Do we have any? Let me see. There is this person using a computer called admin. I don't know your name and your hand has continued to be up. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Start by telling us your name such that we can help you to rename and we call you by name. I'm asking you to unmute. Admin, a person using admin. You'll see a message on your screen that the host wants you to unmute. But I think the person using admin is not there. So, Alvin, can you proceed and finish? I don't see any hand up. It seems people are following and you don't have to maybe talk more about that they have understood. Then
angle E.
Yes.
Angle B is 60 degrees and angle E is not known. Angle B and angle E are corresponding angles. So angle E is equals to angle B. Angle E equals to 60 degrees.
You said angle B and angle E are corresponding.
Yes.
Yeah, they are corresponding angles. So in most cases, mathematics has always told us the truth that whenever we have two angles that are corresponding, then their angles are always the same. So that is very important. And we shall know that B and E, since they are corresponding, then they are the same. Yes, proceed. They have written.
Angle E equals to 60 degrees. Now we go to angle H. Angle H and angle E are corresponding, not corresponding, but they are vertical opposite.
First, hold on. We are still getting the value of E, angle E. I think yes. Yeah, it becomes 60. So Alvin had gone to angle H. Yes, someone who is preparing to do the next question, let us know such that we give you a chance to do. I'm going to share all these questions in the chat. Proceed, Alvin.
Angle H and angle E, they are vertical opposite angles. If angle E is 60 degrees, therefore angle H is 60 degrees.
Angle what? 60 degrees. And 120. 7 is 1 and 7 and massive. Comma. Stop. They raised your hand, they're choosing you for you. Find it.
Is that all for H?
Yes.
Yes, Sunday Alvin, thank you so much. I think that was a very good one. Maybe Teacher George will help to summarize those angles down, maybe in a new line. Angle A is 120, B, C, angle A. Now, Sunday, can you go on? Tell us those angles. Angle A is what? 120. Then the next one. That conclusion is very important.
Angle A is 120 degrees. Angle B is 60 degrees. Angle E is 60 degrees.
29.
Angle G.
Can they save? You save and then you exit. Another slide.
Those who are opening the microphones, please.
Angle G is 120 degrees. Let's go inside now. Angle H is 60 degrees. That is it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alvin. And I think that was a very good attempt. And we thank you for that very wonderful presentation. So we will be switching to the next person. I'll assume you have written that down for those who are trying to get something down. And we are going to go to a person putting up the hand. Kindly tell us which question you want to do. There is Amazi Ebo, Honorable. I want to know your name because it seems you're not using that real name. What is your name? Maybe, and you tell us the question.
I'm called Amazi Ebo.
Okay, yes, proceed, Ebo. Which question?
I wanted to do question number 21.
Question number 21. And I need to know question number 21. Ebo.
It says
21. And then a person using Techno Common 18. Your hand is up. Tell us the question you want to do. Sandy, can you close your microphone? Sandy, close your microphone because, yeah, thank you, Sandy. A person using Techno Common 18, your hand is up. We want to know which question you're going to do, such that immediately after Ebo has finished, you also tell us. Yes, Common 18. What is your name, first of all?
My name is Asianju Perry from Christ the King.
The name is what? Asi?
Asianju Perry.
Then Asi, S, it's A, it is A. Spell the name.
A, S, I,
yes.
A,
yes.
N,
yes.
Z,
yes.
U,
yes.
and then Perry is P, E, I, R, Y.
Okay, Perry, you're going to do which question?
Question number 5.
Number 5. Okay, that is very good. Kali, close your microphone and we want to talk to Ebo. Ebo, can you prepare to talk to us? Ebo, you're doing number 21. I think Teacher Dan and Teacher George, we are doing 21 for Ebo. Then Pedro will be doing for us question number 5. Later on, we shall choose the 2 hands that have come up with Lucky and Veronica. Ronita, you'll give us your questions later on after the first 2 people have finished, Ebo and Perry. Ebo, you're doing number 21 and kindly read for us that question and you take on this floor. 21.
Now, question number 21 says, find the simple interest on ceilings 25,000 for 3 years at a rate of 8% per annum. That word per annum means per year. Now, if we go to the process of finding the simple interest, we can write simple interest equals to principal times the rate and the time. So if we look at the principal, our principal was given shillings 25,000. Then the rate is 8%. That 8% means 8 out of 100. So write 8 out of 100. Then times the year which was given, the time which was given in years, which is 3 years. If we were given months, we would do it under 12. But now since we're given years, so write just 3 years. Then if we look at this, we can start reducing by the zeros. These zeros will reduce it down of the principal, which will now be remaining with 250,000. Then times 8 times 3. If we do that, first of all, let us.
Ebo, slowly.
Okay.
Slowly, go slow. And you did not introduce yourself. Eh?
That will be after now.
After you have done, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, kindly take us through your introduction. You need to tell us your school and your name again as we try to prepare what you're talking about well. Eh? We need to give the teacher time to your name again and school.
By names, I'm called Amazi Ebu Owen.
Yes.
I'm from Christ the King Primary School, Arua.
Yes. Are you getting for us 4 aggregates or 5?
I'm looking forward to that.
To what? 4 or 5?
To get 4.
Yes, don't get any other thing. We need the 4 from you. Really. With what you're telling us, we don't need any other aggregates. Eh? So yes. After your P7, are you planning for senior 1 or you want to get a course?
Senior 1.
That would be very good. And you plan to become what?
Plan to become a doctor.
A doctor. Are you not very young to start planning to be a doctor?
No, it begins at any age.
It begins at any age. Do we have doctors here? Do we have people who still want to be doctors here? We need to know. Yes, I think the teacher is now there. The teacher is now there. You can proceed.
My I'm Ebo Owen. I'm from Christ the King Primary School. Says, find the simple interest on shillings 25,000 for 3 years at a rate of 8% per annum. Now, if we're to find the simple interest, we say simple interest will be equals to principal times the rate times the time. Now, for that case, our principal is 25,000 times the rate, which is 8%. That percent means 8 out of 100 times the time, which is given in years, which is 3 years. Now we can start by reducing the zeros. Those zeros will cross with one of the principal, which will be left with 250 shillings times the rate which was given and the time. So if we first leave that 250 like that, we can first say 8 times 3, which is 24. Now if we multiply this number, we'll be getting 6,000, which will be our simple interest. And that's the answer.
I told you that we need to go slowly. Maybe you can start again at that point. 250.
We can write the principal times the rate and times the time. We can reduce those zeros of the percentage, which will reduce these down zeros and down for the principal, which will be left with shillings 250,000. Then times the rate and times the time. 250,000, not thousand, but 250 shillings times that rate and times the time, which will be 250 times 24, which will be left to shillings 6,000, which will be our simple interest. And the simple interest is there for 6,000 shillings.
Yes, 6,000 shillings. Yes, that is the simple interest. And really the question was talking about simple interest. And if you can get the simple interest, then we have to congratulate you that you'd have got the right answer. Do we have any questions for Ebo? Is anyone wanting to ask Ebo any question? You can feel free, such that we can talk about what you want to know and we can maybe help you understand more. Moonlight has come back. Moonlight, you had booked to do number 5. Later on, I'll give you a chance to proceed. You're most welcome. Moonlight, we gave you a chance, but you were not there. Ebo, thank you. It seems no one has a question for you. And I think that was a very good approach. Can we proceed to Perry? Perry, you're doing number 5. Let's proceed to number 5. I have also sent the questions in the chat. For those who don't have the questions, just tap on that link. It will take you directly where the questions are. Look for the question of your favorite, look for your favorite question, let us know, then you proceed. We are proceeding to Perry. Perry, you're doing number 5, and can you take us through?
So number 5 says,
Perry, you start by introducing yourself as the teacher is trying to get the number you're doing.
My name is Asante Perry. I am from Christ the King, Arua. Number 5 says, in the figure below, find the value of x. And if you look at the angle, if you see the angle property there, 148 degrees and x are angles on a straight line, or they are supplementary angles in a way that if you add them, they should give you 180. So you form the equation
Yes, proceed.
As supplementary angles, if you add them, they add up to 180 degrees. So you form an equation that says 140 degrees plus x is equals to 180 degrees. Reason being they are supplementary angles. So you get the additive inverse of positive 148 minus 148 plus x is equals 180 degrees minus 148 degrees. So positive 148 minus 148 will give you 0. So it will leave you x equals 32 degrees. And that is the answer. Your value of x is now 32 degrees.
Okay, thank you so much, Ebo. I think you have got the right answer for X. I just like the confidence you had. And I was wondering whether you also plan to become a doctor or what. And are you planning to get 4 aggregates or more?
I'm planning to get 4.
4 aggregates, then you'll become what? Which course do you plan to take? Doctor still?
I think I would like to become an engineer, software engineer.
Software engineer. Then you develop for us softwares. Thank you so much, Perry. That was a very good attempt. And from a girl, we can't take it for granted. And we will be proceeding. So kindly put down your hand. Maybe later on when we get a question from someone, we will always call you back to come and respond. Thank you so much. Can we get to hear from Edgar Lucky? Which question are you coming to show us? Then Veronica, prepare to tell us the question you're also coming for. Edgar?
Yes, thank you. I would like to do question number 42.
Question number 42. Yes, Edgar. 42. Yes, then Veronica.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please.
Am I allowed to do 2 numbers?
Are you allowed to do what?
2 numbers.
Vero, we can't hear. You're solo.
I said, am I allowed to do 2 numbers?
Yes, you can. You can, provided you're given permission. Which question are you? Which questions were there?
Number 6 and number 13.
Number 6 and 13. It will depend on how people want to present, but for now we are giving you number 6.
Okay.
So, Edgar, can you take us through number 42? Later on, Veronica will be coming for number 6, and if chance is there again, she will come for number 13. Over to you, Edgar. Start by introducing yourself. It's very important.
Thank you. My name is Lucky Edgar Made. I'm a pupil, a candidate from Christ the King Primary School. And this question number 42 says, the exterior and interior angles of a regular polygon are in the ratio 2:3 respectively. Part A says, name the polygon. So we start by
Jimmy Okello, can you close your microphone? Jimmy Okello. Then we have another microphone open from Geoffrey. Geoffrey, can you close your microphone? Because Edgar is taking us through number 42. You don't have any reason to open the microphone for now. Geoffrey?
The ratio of the exterior to interior is 2:3. So the part of exterior is 2 and part of interior is 3. First, you find the total ratio of the two.
You did not tell us the name of the polygon. Did I hear?
To find the name, to write the name of the polygon, you first find the number of sides.
Okay.
The ratio of the exterior to interior is 2:3. So meaning that the part of exterior is 2 and part of interior is 3. You find the total ratio. The total ratio is found by adding 2 to 3, which will give you 5. Meaning that the total ratio of the exterior and interior angles is 5. Now, we know that the exterior and interior angles are supplementary, meaning that they add up to 180 degrees, which means
Hello?
to find the...
Hello? May you be slow a little?
Yes, Edgar, you've heard. Kindly take us slow.
Okay. We know that the exterior and interior angles are supplementary, which means that they add up to 180 degrees. To find the degree of the exterior and interior angles, you express their part, which is given out of the total ratio, then multiplied by the total sum of the...
First go slowly because the teacher is trying to write something there, and you can make the explanation from what the teacher has put on the whiteboard. But now when you move so fast, it means your friends can't get, and what you're talking about is very serious, so kindly don't move very fast. Maybe you can get back to what you had said about the exterior and interior, and you had talked about the total ratio, if you can go back there.
Yes, the part of the exterior angle, like I said, is 2, and the part of interior is 3. The total ratio is found by adding the two parts which are given, which means total ratio is equals to 2 plus 3, where you get 5 as the answer. Now, we all know that the interior and exterior angles are supplementary, meaning that they add up to 180 degrees. To find the angle size of the interior and exterior angles, you express...
You say the exterior plus interior is equal to what?
180 degrees.
Yes, proceed.
To find the angle size of the interior and exterior angles, you express the given part, which is given in the question. The given part of the exterior is 2. You express 2 out of the total ratio, which is 5.
Okello Jimmy, we are not happy with the noise. Jimmy, your noise is interfering with what we are doing. Jimmy, you're interfering with what we are doing. Yes, someone was inquiring. We wanted to hear you again. Someone wanted to hear again. So, Edgar, can you kindly repeat what you had said?
I said, to find the angle size of the interior and exterior, you express the given part. In this case, the given part of the exterior angle is 2. You express 2 out of the total ratio, which is 5. So 2 out of 5 times the total angle sum of the interior and the exterior, which is 180. So 2 out of 5 times 180 degrees will give you the exterior angle. 2 out of 5 times 180. You can reduce 180 and 5 by 5. 5 into 5 goes 1, and 5 into 180 goes 36. So you multiply 2 by 36 degrees. Where you find the exterior angle as 72 degrees. $72. Now, we have found our exterior angle. Now, to find the polygon, you first find the number of sides so that you can determine the polygon. So the number of sides in a given polygon is equals to number of sides is equals to 360 degrees divided by the exterior angle. In this case, the exterior angle is 72 degrees. So you can reduce by the common factors by 2. You can reduce 72, you get 36. 2 into 360, you get 180. You can still reduce further by 2. 2 into 36, you get 18. 2 into 180, you get 90. We can reduce again by 18, let's say. 18 into 18, you get 1. And 18 into 90 is 5. Meaning that the polygon has 5 sides. So the number of sides is 5 sides. Now we can determine the name of the polygon. A polygon which has 5 sides is called a pentagon. So the polygon is pentagon. Polygon is pentagon. That's the answer for part A. And part B says, calculate the interior angle sum of the polygon. So to find the interior angle sum, you use the formula, which says interior angle sum is equal to 180 into n minus 2. Where n is standing for the number of sides of the polygon. So interior angle sum is equal to 180, okay, n is standing for the number of sides So the interior angle sum is equals to 180 into the number of sides of the polygon, which was 5. 5 minus 2. Close the bracket. If we use board mass, you find out that you work out the terms which are given in the bracket. So interior angle sum is equals to 180 degrees times. Now 5 minus 2, you get 3. So it will now be 180 times 3. Where the interior angle sum, if you multiply 180 degrees by 3, you get the answer as 540 degrees. That's 24. Okay, so 8 times 3 is 20. It's 24. Right, 4. Keep 2. Then multiply 3 by 1. And you get 3. Then you add 2 to it. So plus 2, you get 5. So meaning that the interior angle sum of the polygon is 540 degrees. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Edgar. I must say you have been very elaborate, and maybe if there is a person who did not hear or who did not understand what you talked about, I encourage them to put up their hand and they ask you now that you still have a chance to talk. So if someone did not understand something, I see very many people in the background of, I think that is teacher Abubakar Idi. That is very good. Thank you for bringing for us those people. I can see they are very excited. Maybe Abubakar, later on, you'll give them a chance to say a word or two. It's just a very big number of students we can see there. And we wish them all the best. Hey, the people that side, you're about 5 or 4. And this has been so good. Then Gombe Junior School, we also recognize your presence and everyone on this call. So we just thank you Gombe, and we will have many people on this call. So Edgar has been from Christ the King, Alwa. We thank you, and maybe if one person or two have a question. Perry, do you want to ask Edgar a question? Perry, do you want to ask Edgar a question? Or Jacqueline, do you have a question for Perry, for Edgar?
I don't have a question, but I wanted to know if I can take another question.
Yes, you're going to take. We will give you a chance after Veronica has finished, and we have Veronica and Moonlight. Those people are next. So after them, we shall give chance to other people to take us through.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay. I have a question for Edgar.
Yes, you can ask him.
At the school I study, our teachers said,
Who is speaking? Is that Moonlight?
It's me, Veronica.
Yes, Veronica, you can go on. Let's close. Those who are not speaking, let's close our microphones. Veronica, first hold on. I will need to close microphones of all those who are not speaking. Okay, Veronica, you can now go on. But kindly walk away from that music. There was that music coming in from your microphone. Yes, you can go on now.
At the school I study,
like in AOI, he said that number of sides is equal to 360 degrees out of 72 degrees, right?
Yes.
At the school I study, they say if you do not give the formula of what you are talking about, they give you no mark.
No, it is not only the school where you study, but it is very important for us to know the formula you're using. I think, Veronica, that is very good observation. And Edgar, can you tell us why you didn't give us the formula? Because your answer is correct, but there was no formula, and Veronica is worried that you may not get the mark.
Okay, actually, I gave the formula, but I think the person who is writing did not get it because I gave the formula.
What was the formula then?
The formula was number of sides is equals to 360 degrees over the exterior angle.
Yeah, I think the teacher did not just capture that. I also didn't hear it. Maybe you were moving very fast, maybe. Yes, please.
I don't know if the teaching is different, but they told me that it's all exterior angles out of each exterior angle.
Yes, of course, all the exterior is the 360.
Okay, thank you.
So probably that will be captured later on. The teacher did not capture that, but that was the formula. So thank you so much, Veronica, for that very good observation. Veronica, do you want to take us through number 6, or we first call Moonlight, then you come after her?
I'm going to take through number 6.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
Excuse me. The question say find the regular polygon.
First, tell us your name.
My name is Amy Nabudia from MST Junior School.
The name is what?
Amy Nabudia.
Okay, because I had looked for your name, but it was MST. Okay, yes. You can go on.
So my point is the question said find the sides of the regular polygon. So isn't the answer supposed to be a regular pentagon?
Unfortunately, the question has been dropped.
What?
The question has been dropped. I am not seeing. Maybe Teacher George, do you recall if you can take up what Emily is telling us? I didn't notice that. Emily, you can ask again as we look at the question.
So
question number 42.
Yes. Here says the exterior and interior angles of a regular polygon, right? And then Mr. Edgar, I don't know what his other name is, said that the answer is a pentagon.
That was not Mr. Emmy, that was not Mr. Edgar is a pupil, is a candidate actually, so he can make a mistake.
Okay. So my point is, isn't the answer supposed to be a regular pentagon?
Edgar, are you hearing what Emmy is saying? Maybe you can respond quickly.
Isn't your answer supposed to be a regular pentagon?
Okay, I don't think it could be regular polygon because I had given my heading there as the regular polygon name. Then under it, I wrote pentagon. So the regular thing is already in the heading, so I don't have to write it down there again. Thank you.
I didn't hear that, Gondi. Edgar, why are you not calling it a regular pentagon?
I didn't write a regular pentagon because I put a heading which said the regular polygon name. So under the heading, I wrote a pentagon, which means the word regular was already in the heading, so I didn't need to write it down there again.
Amy, does that try to sort that out, or you really want him to write it down?
Pardon?
Does that sort you out, or you needed him to write it down?
I needed him to write it down.
Yeah, probably. Then Edgar, next time, don't take it for granted. Eh?
Mr. Kaziba.
Mr. Kaziba is not back. Eh?
Okay, sorry for coming in, sir. But okay, I'm here with this child at MST Junior School.
Oh, that
once the question says a regular polygon, definitely the name of the polygon has to be a regular, like this case it is a pentagon, it has to be a regular pentagon. You can't just give a pentagon because a pentagon may have different lengths and sizes. But once it is irregular, it means all sizes are equal. So there is no learning on such kind of answer. Let that child understand it. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Your network is not good. The network is not good, and yet you had started on something that all of us needed to hear. I really don't know. I don't know if it was my network, but I seem to not have you well.
Okay, sir. He was trying to say that the question had asked for a regular polygon, meaning the answer was supposed to be a regular pentagon.
And if they ask in the question, they asked for a regular polygon, then it means that the polygon that you're supposed to like answer with, it has its sides are definite. Okay, like the sides are all equal. But if you just write a pentagon, then some of them might be of different sizes. So in the question, because it says a regular polygon, the answer has to be a regular pentagon.
Okay, that is very wonderful. I think he took it for granted. Edgar, make sure you take that away. Students at SMS, we have told, and it is very clear. And to all of us here, yes, please.
The diagram was also wrong.
The diagram?
He interchanged the ratios.
Oh, that was 2 and 3, but then that was just an illustration. I think maybe we need to modify that next time. And it was supposed to be the interior that, how was it supposed to be? Maybe if we can make that illustration, Teacher George, and we go away from this.
Okay, the exterior was supposed to be 2, but he wrote 3.
I didn't notice that. Maybe you can make that illustration for people to take that away. I think that is very important. The exterior and interior, those two ratios were interchanged. I didn't notice. So as Veronica prepares to take us through number 6, Moonlight, I hope you also set to take us through number 5. Later on, we shall be going to the audience again to see who is ready to take us through and which number. Yes, the ratios were interchanged, so maybe you can make that.
Look at this one.
Excuse me. Yes, you've done the same mistake. The exterior is supposed to be 2 and the interior 3.
Yes, the exterior is the one that is 2.
Two.
Yeah, that one is supposed to be 2. I think now that one is okay. Veronica, you can now maybe take us through number 6. Later on, we'll you come and take us through number 13. Thank you, Teacher George. I think now that is okay. Okay, Veronica, you can go on. Start by introducing yourself, then tell us the school. Was that Veronica? Oh, yes, Veronica. Veronica, are you still there? Veronica, open your microphone. We can't hear. Yes, your microphone is open, but you're not speaking to us. Okay, Moonlight, are you there? Moonlight? 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 Moonlight, can you go on? If Veronica is still preparing. Moonlight, your microphone is closed, so we can't hear what you're saying if you had started to say anything. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we can now hear you. You go on. Moonlight, you're doing number 5.
Hey. I was saying, I can take number 39.
39. Teacher George, maybe you first show us the questions. Someone in the chat is saying the questions. The Moonlight is preparing to take us through number what? 30 what?
39.
39. 39. Does anyone know which school Veronica was from? I think Veronica will tell us the school herself later on when she's given chance. Okay, so she's taking us to question number 39. So let's see what she has for us.
The question says, Mrs. Catherine took 3 hours to drive from Kampala to Jinja at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. She only took hours to drive back to Kampala. Find the speed at which she drove back to Kampala from Jinja. So, to find the speed, calculate the distance for the first journey. So, the formula of finding distance is distance equals to speed times time. Distance equals to speed times time. So our time was 60 kilometers per hour. Distance equals to speed times time.
Maybe Vero, as the teacher is preparing to write that well.
Times time. So our time is 3 hours.
First, hold on, Vero. I mean, Moonlight. And you did not tell us the school, did you?
Yeah, I'm from Prince Dakin Primary School.
Yes, that is important. We need to know that. And yes, the teacher is there, so you can now proceed.
Distance equals to speed times time. So our speed is 60 kilometers per hour. Then our time is 3 hours. So to get our distance, we say 60 kilometers divided by hour. 60 kilometers divided by hour. Divide by hour. So we cross that hours with hour, we remain with 60 kilometers times 3. We cross hours.
First, hold on, Vero. I mean, Moonlight. First, hold on as the teacher tries to get the write up. You were talking about 60 kilometers?
Yes.
Proceed.
Okay, you say 60 kilometers divided by hour. Times 3 hours. So we cross hours with hours. Cross hours with hours. So our distance equals to. You're getting me? Are you getting me?
Yes, proceed, Moonlight. You're clear.
The 60 kilometers times 3 equals to 180 kilometers. So we have already known our distance. So we're going to find the speed. So finding speed equals to distance divided by.
I think teacher. Okay, proceed. Proceed. Moonlight.
Speed equals to distance divided by time. So our distance is 100 meters divided by 2. Divided by 2 hours. So the common factor there is 2 goes in 1 and goes in 180, 90 times. So our speed equals to 90 kilometers per hour. So they say find the speed. Second one is calculate the average speed for the whole journey. Average speed equals to distance covered. Total distance covered over total time taken. So our total distance equals to 180 kilometers. Plus
out of
180 kilometers. Divided by 2 hours plus 3 average speed equals 160 kilometers. 360 kilometers. 260 kilometers. Divide by 5 hours. So the common factor there is 5. 5 goes in 5, 1. 372 times. So our average speed equals 72. Average speed 72 kilometers per hour. That's all. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, you're most welcome. That was Moonlight. We thank you. We thank you for taking us through number 39. And maybe if there is any person with a query or there is something you want to be cleared, before we take the chance away from Moonlight, you could put up your hand and you're given chance to ask a question or two such that Moonlight answers you. Or if it's a clarification, please bring it up such that we correct it before we can go to the next question. Thank you so much, Moonlight, all our way from Alua, and the team that has already finished to do their presentation. As we wait to receive what people are saying, yes, please. Yes, as we wait for people to say a word or two, Veronica should be preparing to take us through question number 6. And later on, we shall give chance to everyone to tell us the question they want to talk about. And someone in the chat had said after we should share the question. Yes, questions are going to be shared in the WhatsApp group. I've also tried to create a link that takes you directly to the question. I have kept sharing it in the chat such that if you don't have the questions completely, you just click on that link and it will take you where the questions are. You can download them at your own time. And these questions are continuing. There are many. I know we are a little late, but we are trying what we can to see that we cover most of them. And I don't know whether there is any person who wants to ask or maybe clarify on 39. The floor is open. Okay, I don't see. Veronica, can you take us through question number 6? Thank you so much, Moonlight.
Hello?
Yes, Veronica.
I'm clear, right?
Yes, please.
The question is,
yes, Veronica, as the teacher is trying to prepare where to put the question, kindly take us through your introduction.
my name is Veronica and I come from Eli Junior School, Kauku.
Okay, that is very good. You're taking us through number what?
Number 6.
Okay.
And the question says that Stefan bought a dozen of exercise books at Uganda shillings 7,200 and later sold each book at Uganda shillings 850. How much profit did he get? And this question requires us to get the profit. Am I clear?
Yes, please, you can proceed.
Then, as they have said,
Moonlight, close your microphone. Moonlight, we We are now hearing from Veronica. Can you close your microphone?
As they have said, he or she bought a dozen at 72,000 shillings.
He or she, what's that?
He or she bought a dozen of exercise books at 72,000 shillings.
I think it is Stephen, so that is a he.
Okay, he bought a dozen of books at 72,000 shillings.
Yes, please.
And later sold each book at 850 shillings, right?
Yes, proceed.
So we multiplied 850 shillings times 12, because in a dozen there are 12 books. Times 12. Then we'll get 10,200. So to get the profit, we know it's selling price minus buying price. And the buying price is 7,200 shillings. Now we know the selling price is 10,200. So we say 10,200 minus 7,200. We are subtracting 0 minus 0 is 0. Zero minus 0 is 0. Two minus 2 is 0. Then 0 minus 7, 7 cannot be subtracted from 0, so we borrow 1. And we make 10. So 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. Then the profit was 3,000. Uganda shillings. And as they say that we should answer the question, we should answer according to the question, we should say that Stefan made a profit of 3,000 Uganda.
Yeah, I think that was right. And it is very good to make that conclusion. The examiner will be very happy that you have answered and responded to what the question was calling for. We are preparing you for secondary. All of you will be passing come next year. So we don't want you to come to secondary and it is hard for you. Especially those conclusions are very important, especially in the new curriculum that you're going to enter in senior one. The curriculum is called the CBC. It is entirely looking at the competencies a student has. So such small things are very important. Thank you so much, Veronica. I must say you've been very, very clear. Maybe at some point, there was some music coming from your background that disorganized some of the students here, but I think it was not your wish. And I had to close the chat at some point when people were writing anything they wanted in the chat. So if anyone has a question for what Veronica had talked about, or a supplement or a clarification, please let us know. MST, Emmy, is that
Excuse
Emmy?
me, sir.
Yes, please.
I wish to submit my apology to all those who have disorganized. I'm so sorry.
Oh, your apology received. It's like we have more than one
You are
hand.
forgiven.
We have not forgiven. It was not her wish. So, Emmy, is that Emmy? I see your hand up, MST. Yes, do you have something to add on, or is a clarification you want to make?
Okay, so here he has multiplied. He multiplied the selling price of the books times 12.
Veronica is a she. Is a she?
Okay, she. Okay.
Yes.
She multiplied the selling price times 12. But then there is no working. So how did she get the product?
Oh, yeah, I think that is a very good observation. But like, this is a live session where we may not have to write everything because of the small space we have. But she talked about it. She talked about it, only that it was not captured. It is very important for us to see that working. It is very important, though it was not captured here. You can see that when she was trying to submit, the teacher tried to capture that side work, but because of space, if we would have covered this, then it would have taken us the whole space. Otherwise,
Okay.
Thank you so much for that very good observation.
I say, and also she did not state that 1 dozen has 12 books. So how did she also get 12?
Yes, 1 dozen has 12 books. Did you state that, Veronica? Did you state that?
Yeah, I stated it, but maybe they never captured it. But
Yeah,
I said it.
Yeah, it was not just captured, but if it was not captured, Veronica, that is very important. And thank you so much, Amy, for very good observations already. Is there any other observation that you noticed and you want to clarify? It could be Amy, it could be any other person. It is important for us to get it before we go to the next question. The what? Okay, later on I'll be opening the chat, but kindly respect the chat. Let's not post anything that comes off head. Just post if you want to make an inquiry. I didn't know people knew how to use the chat, not until the music came up, but it is very important to write a question in the chat, not anything. I'm opening the chat, but let's not misuse it. So we want to go to the next presenters. And thank you so much, Veronica. I was saying you were audible. We need to then hear from Lauren, then MST Junior School. Yes, we maybe need to pick one person from that side. Rorin, which question are you coming for? Then Jacqueline, you had already presented. Later on, I'll give you a chance to say one more question. Rorin, which question is that?
I would like to request for number 14.
Rorin 14, yes, 14. Then MST, Junior School. Who is that person and which number?
Number 16.
That is who? What is your name?
Elijah Namas.
Pardon? Mercy?
Elijah.
Elijah, okay.
Yes.
Elijah, number what?
Number 16.
Number 16, okay. We are going to start with Rorin, number 14. Then we shall go to Elijah, number 16. And we also have Emmanuel. Emmanuel is putting up the hand for the first time. Emmanuel, tell us the question.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I wanted to handle question number 4.
Number 4, question number 4. Okay, the order is rolling. Number 14, MST Junior School, Elijah, 16. Then Emmanuel will be coming for number 4. Rorin, back to you and tell us your name and your school. Then Elijah, you prepare to say something. Later on, we shall go to Emmanuel.
My name is Naswa Lauren from Cornerstone Parents School. I would like to lead you through number 14.
Yes, Cornerstone, you're most welcome. Maybe teacher George, you will have to help us with the annotation for that. You can read for us the question, Doreen, if you have written it down.
The graph below shows the number of eggs sold Mr. Katongo's farm in a week. Study it and answer the questions that follow. Number of eggs, number of the week. On which day was the least number of eggs sold? The least number of eggs was sold on Tuesday. How do we get the get Tuesday? We look at the number of eggs and days of the week. Monday, 150 eggs were sold. Tuesday, 100 eggs were sold. Wednesday, 200 eggs were sold. Thursday, 250 eggs were sold. And Friday, 150 eggs were sold. So Tuesday was the day when they sold least eggs. And the next question is, which days had the same quantity of eggs sold? And the days were Monday and Friday.
Rorin, I think your speed is terrible. Maybe you'll need to reduce a little bit. And you have just talked about Tuesday with the least number of eggs sold. Kindly talk more about that. Why are you choosing Tuesday?
The reason as to why Tuesday had the least number of eggs is because on our graph, Monday we have 150 eggs. Tuesday, 100 eggs. Wednesday, 200 eggs. Thursday, 250 eggs. And Friday, 150. And on our graph, 100 eggs were sold on Tuesday, while other eggs were sold on other days and on a high quality.
Okay, thank you so much. I think that one is very clear now. Proceed to part B.
Which days had the same quality of eggs? Monday and Tuesday. Why? 150. We stand on 150. Get a ruler. Get a ruler and then cross Monday to Friday. Make a line and we shall get 150 because it is that day when Monday and Friday the same eggs were sold. Okay. Which day showed the biggest decline in the sales? We shall go back to our graph and look for the day when eggs were sold list, and the day is Tuesday. Then B, calculate the average number of eggs sold. So the formula of average is sum of items out of number of items. So we shall add the items. We shall say 100 plus 150 plus 200 plus 250 plus 150, which will give us 850 eggs. I repeat, calculate the average number of eggs sold. The formula for average is sum of items out of number of items. We are going to add the number of items and then divide them out of the number of items. Sum means addition. And our items are eggs. So we shall add the eggs. $100 plus 150 plus 200 plus 250 100 plus 150 plus 200 plus 250 plus 150.
Proceed.
Which will give us 850. And then we shall divide. Before we divide, we first count the number of items. And the items we have, the items are going to be the days of the week. which are 5 days. So the items are 5. So we shall divide 850 divided by 5. We shall divide 850 divided by 5. So we shall say 5 divided by 8, which will give us 1, remainder 3. 5 divided by 35, which will give us 7. And then we add our 0.
Lauren, I think that was a good one. As we wait for the teacher to get a bigger screen, you're going to take us back. You will need to read for us. You need to remind us the formula you were using. The formula was, you need to remind us about the formula. Then we shall sum up again. Then we shall divide and we shall get the average.
The formula is average is equals to sum of items divided by number of items. And then we shall say 100 plus 150 plus 200 plus 250 plus 150. Which will give us a total of 850.
Is it?
Then we shall go to the next, which is number of items. Our items are going to be the days of the week. And the days of the week are 5. So we shall say 850 850 out of 5. By 5, 1. By 85, 17. Plus the 0. And our average will be 170 eggs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Lorraine, for that very good presentation for number 14. Lorraine, can you hear me?
Yes.
That is very good from Cornerstone. I think it was a very good attempt. So, if there is no question for Lorraine, then we have to request her to close her microphone, and we want to then give chance to Elijah, MST Junior School, to take us through number 16. And I have been informed MST Junior School is having Teacher Innocent with them. Teacher Innocent, you're recognized. Thank you so much for bringing for us these students, the pupils, the candidates for MST Junior School. Let's go to 16 from Elijah, MST. Then Gombe Junior School. Maybe later on we shall also give you a chance to say a word or two. Yes, you were saying before?
There is here before we can go to another number.
I beg your pardon? There?
What I'm trying to say is that there is a concern on number 14.
Yes, please. Yes, go on.
Something I need to say before. 14.
Okay, please go on.
Yes. So actually my concern is on part C. Part C, the question is, which day showed the biggest decline in the sales? I kindly request that let that graph be displayed on the screen. That graph. On Monday, 150 eggs were collected. Then on Tuesday, 100 were collected, meaning there was a decline of 50 eggs from 150 to 100. So there was a decline of 50 eggs. Now from Monday to Wednesday, there was an increment there. So the collection did not decline. Then even from Wednesday to Thursday, there was an increment there. From Thursday to Friday, there was a decline from 250 to 150. So meaning how many eggs? What was the decline there? From 250 to 150, that is 100. So meaning that the 2 days which registered were Tuesday and Friday. So Tuesday registered a decline of 50 eggs from 150 to 100. So those were 50 eggs. a decline of 50 eggs. Then on Friday, there was a decline of 100 eggs. So from 250 to 150. So to me, the day which showed the biggest decline in sales was Friday, unlike the Tuesday that the student presented.
Okay, thank you so much. I didn't capture the name. I only captured the school. I think that was very good, sir. And I don't know whether Rorin is still on. Rorin, did you hear that? Rorin, are you still there? What I noticed from him, from what the teacher said, that when you're checking for the decline, always compute and you get that number. I think Noreen just looked at the sharp coming down and she thought that was the biggest, and I think that was a big mistake. Thank you so much, sir. I didn't capture the name. Maybe the name was very important. Gombe Junior School, okay, but we received that. I think Teacher George, that correction is very important. It is a Friday, not a Tuesday. Okay, let's now welcome Elijah from MST Junior School.
It's me.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Is it Elijah? Is it Elijah or Amy?
It is Amy.
Okay, please go on.
My point was during the working on the second step. Okay, kindly please go to the screen where they are showing the working. Yes, so on step number 2 is wrong. Reason being, the number of items is not indicated.
Amy, I didn't hear that. What was that concern? Amy, I didn't hear that.
My concern was
yes.
On step number 2, the number
yes.
of items is not indicated.
Oh, the number of items. I think that is very important. That was very important. Yeah, but then I think it was errored, but she talked about it. I remember very well. She talked about that. And Rorin, if you're still there, make sure you take away those points. They're very important. Okay, let's proceed to MST. I'm waiting for MST Junior School, and Elijah is supposed to take us through question number 16.
Please kindly mute your gadgets.
Okay. Yes, Elijah, can you bring question number 16?
Yes. Please, may you allow me to share the screen?
Hello?
Yes, please, George. Teacher George.
Teacher Erisa.
Yes, please.
My machine has got a problem. The battery is running low. So I'm requesting maybe you can share from your end, because I've also shifted to the phone now.
Okay, kindly write to me. I'd requested you to write something in the chat there. If you can share with me the contact.
Okay.
All right, so I'm giving rights to MSD. They want to, I think, share their screen from that side. And may you go on. Teacher George, thank you so much. It has been good working on your laptop.
I'm going to take you through number 16.
Yes, please start by introducing yourself once again.
My name is Elijah Inamasco. I study in MST Junior School.
Okay.
So I'm answering number 16, which says, Willie spent a half of his income on food, 3/7 of the remainder on transport, and saves the rest. Then question A says, what fraction does he save? So first, find the remainder. That will be 1 whole, and you subtract a half.
Number 1, yeah. Ile temi rumba na maplanje.
Then that will give 2 out of 2. And you subtract a half.
What was the kibuzo?
To give 2 minus 1 out of 2. Should equal to a half. So the remaining fraction is 1 out of 2. Then we find the fraction for transport. We find the fraction for transport, which is 3/4. Seven. Three sevenths or a half.
Put some space, yes. Not just put some space after 7.
be 3 over 7. 3 out of 7. Over 7 times a half. Three times a half. Three times out of 7 times 2, then which will give 3 out of 14. Then find the fraction for saved. What is saved? So it's 1 whole subtract from half plus 3/4.
I'm going to give question number 16.
The person using Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy S6, you're having a lot of noise in the background.
One whole number.
You're using Galaxy S6 and you're making a lot of noise. You're not putting up the hand, so we might request you to move out of the meeting.
1 times 7. One times 7.
A cornerstone, I think, Elijah, we might need to take some hands. Cornerstone had the hand up, the hand has gone down. Now, if you're not getting what Elijah is talking about, let us know by putting up the hand and you go on. If not, then kindly follow what he's doing. And yes, there is a hand up. Esther Desire, can you ask maybe if you have a question?
1 times 7.
Esther Desire, what is it?
I'm not understanding what Elijah is doing.
From where?
From where I wrote 1 minus about 1 out of 2 plus 3 out of 4.
Elijah, have you heard?
No. Let me type.
I'm saying here, I'm not understanding where you wrote 1 minus 1 out of 2 plus 3 out of 4. Let's explain it again.
We're going to add the fraction for food and the fraction for transport, and then we subtract it from our whole in order to get the fraction for the civil. Have you understood?
Yeah. I just want to apologize for making noise, and I would like to do question number 34.
34, what is your name?
My name is Amkola Site Chris.
Chris, eh?
Yes.
Number what? Number what? Which number?
Number 34.
Okay, number 34. Kale, you close your microphone then.
Okay.
So subtract 1 whole number, get 1 whole number, subtract from 1 1/2 times get a half times 14 a half times 14 plus plus 3/4, 3 out of 14 times 14 out of 14. Then we get 1 times 7 plus 3 times 1 out of 14. So we get 7 plus 3 out of 14. Which is 10 out of 14. Out of 14. Which is the answer. we get 10 out of 14. Then we subtract. And we subtract it from a whole, which is 14 out of 14. Then we subtract a whole, which is 14 out of 14. We subtract it from subtract it from 10 out of 14. And we get Cornerstone, you can ask your question.
Cornerstone, if you have a question, kindly put it up, or we allow Elijah to continue. I think Cornerstone does not have a question. They have put down their hand. Okay, but Elijah, maybe you need to quicken a little bit because of time.
Yes. 10 out of, we get the answers 4 out of 14. Get the answers 4 out of 14. Then we reduce by 2, get 2. And by 2, we get 7. Then 2 out of 7 is the fraction for what he saved.
Okay,
have you understood?
That is good. Gundi, Elijah, that is good. Unless if a person wants to maybe make a clarification. Do we have anyone who has not seen where the fraction is coming from? The fraction that Willie spends, I mean, that Willie leaves as a remainder. What is the question? Fraction. What fraction does he save? So the fraction he saves is the one that is 2 over 7?
Yes.
So if someone wants to ask something before Elijah gets to part B, kindly put up your hand, or you can write in the chat. Yeah, but prepare to take us through part B because of time.
Okay.
Yes, Cornerstone, parents, Cornerstone, can you go on?
To go out.
Cornerstone, we are waiting to hear from you before Elijah can go on. Cornerstone, open your microphone. I'm requesting you to open your microphone.
Yes.
Yes, proceed. Okay, it seems Cornerstone is not set. Elijah, you can proceed as Cornerstone sets themselves. Later on, we shall pick their question.
Okay, for part B, it says if he saves 150 Ugandan shillings and the amount he spends on food. Find the amount he spends on food. So we say 2 out of 7, which is the fraction for what he saved, represents the 150,000 shillings. Then we say 2 parts. 2 parts represents $150,000 shillings out of 2. Then we say, what about 7 parts? 7 parts will represent 150,000 shillings out of 2 times 7. Then when you divide, are you with me?
Yes, proceed, Elijah.
When you divide 2 by 150, you get 75. So you say 75,000 times 7, and the answer is 525,000 shillings.
Okay, thank you so much for that presentation. We have some people in the chat who maybe want to still hear a lot from you, but I want to tell them that the technology has been a little bit hard to have the working very clear, but if you've been following, he has tried his best to have the work represented using the writing he was doing. So if you did not pick...
Excuse me, sir, I'm not understanding.
Yes, tell me which part is specifically such that Elijah can take you through. I'm also going to share the WhatsApp group link in the chat such that those who are not on WhatsApp can tap on it and join, because we are sharing a lot of resources on that WhatsApp group, and maybe even these questions are going to be shared that side and many others. So if you've not understood, kindly let us know such that Elijah can go back and talk about it, and as we prepare to hear from Emmanuel And Emmanuel will give chance to Chris and we'll close this session. Yes, the hand is up. Yes, Cornerstone parents, can you go on? Cornerstone parents, we have given you a chance to go on. Jacqueline, you can go on as Cornerstone parents.
I have not yet understood. I never understood.
I think you did not follow because of the way he was writing using the keyboard. The keyboard is very tricky. And if you didn't understand, kindly get that question, try it on your own, then you'll see what he was trying to talk about come true. But for now, because of how he has written on his screen, you may not follow so well, but he has tried his best to have it represented.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, MST, Elijah, and maybe kindly put down your screen and we give a chance to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, are you still there? Emmanuel? Okay, if Emmanuel is not there, are you there? Emmanuel, if you're not set, we give chance to Chris. Chris is wanting to do number 34. Chris?
I'm doing question number 34, which says, a farmer planted 2 out of 3, 1 out of the was planted in maize, and the rest of the 15 hectares for rearing animals. What fraction was left for rearing animals? First of all, you say the fraction for banana was 2 out of 3. Then you need to get the remainder. So, 2, 3, and 3 out of 3, which will give you 1 out of. So since they said 1 out of 2 of the 1 out of 3, that of stands for multiplication. So you say 1 out of 2 times 1 out of 3, which gives you 1 out of 6. So 1 out of 6 is the fraction of maize. You are asked to get the fraction that was left for rearing animals. So you need to get the total fraction that was on banana and maize. So you add 2 out of 3 and 1 out of 6. That will give for you the 86 divided by 3 is 2 times 3 divided by 6 is 1. So the total fraction on banana and maize is now 5 out of 6. After getting 5 out of 6, so for you to get now the fraction left on for rearing animals, you subtract 6 from the fraction, that's 6 out of 6. That means you'll be left with 1 out of 6. The fraction for rearing animals is now 1 out of 6. And part B says, find the total number of hectares of the farm. You form an equation saying, let y be the total number of hectares. So 1 out of 6 of y equals to 15. Since you are given the fraction, since you have now found the fraction for rearing animals and you are given the hectares, so the fraction for real animals, both informations were given. That's why we are chosen to use it. So 1 to 6 times y equals to 15 hectares. So 1 times y is y, 1 plus 6 equals to 15 hectares. You multiply both sides of the equation by 6.
It is y over what? I beg your pardon?
Y equals to 15. Y out of 6 equals to 15 hectares. So you multiply both sides of the equation by 6. Y by 6 will be cancelled by the other. So you will y equals to 15 hectares times 6. You'll get 15.
$15 times 6, you get what?
15 times 6, get 90. Yeah, y equals to 90 hectares.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And we might maybe hear from one person to end this here. I saw an hand up from Vu Bamuleseyo Living. What was that hand for? Maybe if you can go on.
Okay.
I saw an hand from a person calling himself Living. If you can tell us what that hand was for, such that Chris can take you through if you've not understood. So basically that is it. We have spent almost all of our time. Unless a person has a burning question, and we have committed ourselves to have these questions shared as many times as possible. And I'm also going to share the WhatsApp group link here for just in case you have not joined that WhatsApp group, not to miss out any of these resources. I want to encourage you that you're so good, you can make it. In the first place, we were hearing from Christ the King school from Arua, and those students were telling us that they are preparing to get only 4. It is very important to get 4 aggregates. It's very good. I encourage you that you continue practicing. Mathematics is the easiest subject out of the 4. You can get a distinction 1, you can. Yes, I'm trying to wait for someone. If you still have a question on what Chris has just done here, if there is no question, I'll be stopping to share my screen at that point. I want to thank you for attending this seminar. I want to recognize a few schools here that have put their names. It is very important. Cornerstone Parents School, thank you for bringing your candidates. We saw MST Junior School. Teacher Innocent, thank you for coordinating MST. I must say they have been so wonderful during this seminar. Then we had Teacher George. Teacher George did a very wonderful job. And we have Gombe. I saw Gombe Junior School, Natente. Thank you so much. Yeah, we recognize your presence, sir. And we had a school that Lorin represented Cornerstone. Then we had Veronica representing a school that I did not capture here. We had a very big audience from Abdallah. Abdallah could have been a teacher. I don't know whether we still have you people on call. I saw a very big audience from that side. Thank you so much for bringing your candidates. We can't thank you enough. Ebo, you took us through a number of questions. Mr. Dembe Mark, that could be one of the schools represented here also. Thank you so much for bringing your candidates. And maybe these questions will be shared. I'm going to share the link of these questions once again. We want to apologize because of technology. We may have not integrated everything the way you would have expected, but what is important is that these questions are available. You can print them for your school. You can print them for your child such that they can try them during this holiday. They are very important. And if you brought a school here, then you can help them print out these questions and you kindly follow and try to mark them. Students learn so well when you mark them. So if maybe we have a teacher or two here who wants to say a closing remark to the candidates here, you're most welcome. Sandy Alvin, we thank you for presenting. I see in the background you have several people. Thank you for bringing your school here. If there is a teacher who wants to say a word or two, may I know, such that you're given chance and you say a word or two as we prepare to close. Gombe Junior School, I must thank you. And MST, you have been so vocal in this. Then we had Christ the King from Alua.
Maybe just a word of advice to the candidates.
Thank you. Maybe you start by introducing yourself. I didn't capture that at the start.
My name is Mr. Oplot. I'm a teacher of mathematics, Gombe Junior School, Natete. So my advice to the candidates is that as we are nearing to the date of our examination, a lot of effort is needed from us. Our teachers have taught us. I looked through all these questions and the questions are very good for our practice. So please, dear candidates, kindly spare time and then go through these questions. They are very good questions for you. Please practice them and that you will be able to gain your confidence in mathematics. As it was earlier said that mathematics is a very simple subject. So please, always practice is only practice that can save you. So thank you very much. I beg to stop there.
Right, thank you so much, Mr. Operot. Thank you so much. And that was a very good one for the candidates. And dear candidates, we had someone called, was that Perry? Perry, that was very good. We wish you the best. Alvin, Dominic, that was good. You did not say any question, but that is good. I'm trying to read those who are putting the videos as I wait for one or two teachers who have a submission to give them a chance to say a word or two. I'm trying to see those with videos. We have Amanda. Amanda, that is very good. Amanda, you can wave to us. Then we have Ebo. Ebo, that is very good. You can still wave to us. Jacqueline, then Alex, that is very good. Then we had a person who was presenting from the shop. That was very good. Person was presenting from the shop. I think that could have been Veronica. We recognize all your presence. So we will be ending it here. I encourage you to print those questions. As holistic learning platform, we can't thank you enough. And maybe we want to end it here. We want to use the same room for the senior 6 candidates who are preparing for their chemistry seminar. So immediately we move out, the senior 6 will be entering in. And maybe need to get a word or two from one of the students. Which student is ready to say what? You tell us your name and the school you're representing. You say only one word, then we get a closing prayer. Just put up your hand. I don't see the hand coming up. Yes, 3 participants are putting up their hand. I want to give chance to a person who has not talked at all, and that is Charis Adrapi. If that is the right pronunciation of your name, tell us your name and the school where you're calling from. Charles Adrapi.
Thank you very much. Called Charles Adrapi. Of primary school. Yes, please. Yes. I teach mathematics. I would like to really add my voice to other big stuff outside. In thanking all the students, all the candidates in this seminar. Yeah, always we could this as an annual event that we can regularize and insert with itself in such kind of. I want to thank for future discussions. Thank you, everybody. I wish you all the best. Let's go back and discuss these questions and come back to school with the answered questions. Thank you. Good day.
All right, thank you so much, Teacher Charles Adrapi. Had not recognized the name. And thank you so much for bringing students and for continuing teach. Teaching is a noble cause. And when you're teaching from that side, it is very good for us. And maybe we need to get a closing prayer from one of the pupils, from one of the candidates. And I'm going to give chance to Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you can open your microphone and you give us a closing prayer.
All hands together in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. God, our loving Father, we thank you for taking care of us through this seminar. We ask you to continue blessing us until we finish our school. We ask this through Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father and of the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I can't believe you've given such a wonderful prayer, and we can't thank everyone here. Let's open our microphone and we say bye as we move out of here. Just open the microphone, say bye as we
Dominic, bye.
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 Dominic, bye.